You thought it was about being funny? You thought it was about showing how good you are? Wrong. You failed because you didn't see the war happening underneath her words, her laughter, her subtle glances. You failed because while you were playing chess with your mouth, she was playing chess with your frame. Women don't test men because they're evil. They test men because their biology demands it. Before she gives you her body, her mind needs proof that you're stable enough to handle it, that you're strong enough to carry the burden of her chaos, her emotions, her storms. Every woman, no matter how sweet, no matter how shy, runs subconscious tests when the stakes of intimacy rise. And if you crumble even once, if you flinch at her confusion, her challenge, her silence, you lose the game before you even realize it started. The men who win, they know the tests are coming. They smile at them. They welcome them. Because passing the test doesn't just give you her body, it earns her mind, her respect, her loyalty, the parts most men will never touch. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 most lethal tests women run before intimacy, and exactly how to pass them with stoic dominance. No fluff, no fake alpha trash, real power. Let's start. Number 1. Jealousy triggers. She mentions other men to watch you break. You're sitting there, maybe on a date, maybe mid-conversation. Everything's flowing, the energy's good. Then, out of nowhere, she says it. Yeah, my guy friend always tells me I'm too picky. Or, honestly, I get hit on so much it gets annoying. Or, my ex used to take me to that same place. Boom. The trap is set. The test has begun. She's not doing this because she's cruel. She's doing it because nature wired her to test your emotional foundation. If you flinch, you fail. If you react, even subtly, you expose the weakness you thought you were hiding. You show her that her attention is the center of your world. You show her that you fear competition. You show her that your confidence depends on external validation. And once she sees that crack in your armor, she can't unsee it. It's over. Because here's the brutal truth. Women are not attracted to men who fear losing them. Women are attracted to men who know they can't be replaced. The moment you react to jealousy triggers, you show you don't even believe in your own value. You reveal that your frame is built on sand, not stone. She needs to know. If another man is mentioned, flirted with, praised, you stay calm. You stay centered. You act like she just talked about the weather. Because in your world, no other man exists. No other man competes. No other man is relevant, not because you're insecure, but because you are so immersed in your own abundance that one woman's attention is a bonus, not a necessity. How to pass this test? Like a king, slight smirk. Don't overreact. Don't even act serious. Smile like you know something she doesn't. Playful reframe. If she says another man complimented her, shrug and say, "He's got good taste, smart guy." Tease lightly, then move forward. If she talks about an ex, light jab, zero anger. If he was that good, you wouldn't be sitting here, would you? And then move the conversation forward. No awkward pauses, no insecurity, no emotional charge. You show, without saying it, that you are untouchable. The emotional battlefield? You control it. Her attempt to shake you? It only reveals how solid you are. And when she realizes she can't destabilize you, her respect skyrockets. Her attraction deepens. Because now she knows if she melts down emotionally, you won't melt with her. If life hits hard, you'll stay rooted. If chaos comes, you are the calm. And that is infinitely more attractive than anything you could ever say. Number 2, compliance requests. She asks for small favors to see if you fold. You're out, spending time together. Everything seems smooth, effortless. Then she says it. Can you hold my bag? Can you cancel your plans and come over instead? Can you pick me up and drop me off? Can you change your order because I'm craving something different? Sounds innocent, right? It's not. It's calculated nature at work. Small requests that seem harmless. But each one is an emotional checkpoint. What she's testing isn't your kindness. It's your boundary integrity. She wants to know. Do you compromise yourself for approval? Do you put her comfort above your own standards? Are you afraid to say no because you fear losing her? Because if you fold too fast under these small requests, you're sending a message she can't unhear. My time, my mission, my life are negotiable. You outrank my path, and nothing kills respect faster than a man who trades his power for crumbs of affection. Understand this. Women don't consciously realize they're doing this. But deep in their biology, they are wired to respect the man who leads his own life, not the man who rearranges it every time she pouts. The real game behind compliance requests. It's not about whether you can do something. It's about whether you do it at the cost of your dignity. If you're already heading to meet friends, and she asks you to ditch them for her, and you immediately say, sure, she loses a layer of respect she might never get back. If you're working out, locked into your schedule, and she suddenly wants to FaceTime for 2 hours, and you stop lifting to stare at a screen, that's not love, that's weakness. And weakness never wins intimacy. How to pass this test? Like a leader, use delayed compliance sparingly. If she asks for something small and reasonable without attitude, you can agree on your terms and timing. Sure, I'll grab that when I finish this set. Hold the boundary when it matters. If she asks for something that interrupts your flow, your values, your discipline, you say no. Calmly. Without explaining yourself, without guilt-tripping her, without losing composure, I'm focused on something important right now. We'll talk later. Lead the frame. Redirect attention from compliance to connection. I'm not changing my plans, but you can join me if you want. The moment you start managing her expectations without losing attraction, you transform from a nice guy to the man she can't stop thinking about. Because she doesn't want a man who sacrifices his life for her. She wants a man whose life is so powerful that she has to earn her way into it. Number 3, energy shifts. She becomes cold to see if you panic. You're vibing. Laughs, connection, flirting, everything's on fire. And then, her energy drops. She stops laughing as much. Her texts get shorter. Her tone becomes neutral. She starts pulling back slightly, without any clear reason. And your mind races. Did I say something wrong? Is she mad? Should I fix it? Wrong reaction. If you chase after her emotional drop, if you scramble to fix the vibe, if you start validating her, apologizing, trying harder, congratulations. You just failed the energy shift test, because this wasn't random. It was deliberate. It was subconscious. It was biological warfare. Women will shift their energy on purpose to test your emotional foundation. Why? Because intimacy isn't just physical, it's emotional trust. And if you can't handle her pulling back a little, if you crumble at her coldness, if you freak out at a little emotional distance, how the hell are you supposed to handle her emotional storms in a real relationship? How are you supposed to be a protector, a leader, a grounding force, if you panic the second her attention isn't at 100%? You can't, and her subconscious knows it. The psychology behind energy shifts. Women pull back to test if you chase. Women go cold to test if your self-esteem collapses. Women withdraw energy to see if you stay centered, unbothered, and composed. Because real strength isn't tested during connection. It's tested during disconnection. If she pulls back and you start overcompensating, sending long texts, apologizing for nothing, getting anxious, she knows you are emotionally fragile. And emotional fragility kills attraction faster than anything else. Because the ultimate masculine gift to a woman is this: emotional immunity, unshakable presence. You don't just hold her when she's soft. You hold your own when she's storming. How to pass this test like a stone-cold killer. Mirror her energy calmly. If she cools off, you cool off even more. You match her vibe, not with anger, but with composure. Stay busy with your purpose. Her energy shift should be irrelevant to your mission. Work out. Handle business. Plan your next win. Let her feel your absence without punishment, without bitterness. Let her come back, and she will, because nothing is more intoxicating to a woman than a man who doesn't flinch when her moods fluctuate. If you can stay rooted when she tests your stability, you become the emotional anchor she can't resist surrendering to. Because deep down, she's not looking for a man who reacts to her. She's looking for a man who anchors her. Stay calm, stay focused, stay dangerous. Number 4, challenge of intentions. How she triggers your ego to see if you defend yourself. You're feeling good. The vibe's building. There's chemistry. And then out of nowhere, she drops a small, cutting comment. "You're just like every other guy, aren't you? I bet you say that to all the girls. You just want one thing, don't you?" In that moment, everything in you wants to protest. "No, I'm different. I'm not like those guys. You're wrong about me. If you defend yourself, you fail. Because the second you defend yourself, you give her control over your self-definition. You fall into her frame. You start playing by her emotional rules. You lower your value in her subconscious mind. Why? Because if you feel the need to explain yourself to a woman, you're already operating from a position of weakness. Real power, it doesn't explain, it doesn't argue, it doesn't seek approval. Real power simply is, whether people recognize it or not. The psychology behind challenging intentions. Women challenge you to see how much power they have over your ego. If they can bait you into validation, they know they can control your frame. If they can make you justify yourself, they know they are the prize, and you are the applicant. It's not conscious malice, it's biological testing. Because a woman's safety, emotional, psychological, sexual, depends on choosing a man who is stronger than her emotions. And if she can destabilize you with a single sarcastic comment, you're not stronger. You're just another actor in the drama. How to pass this test? Like a true savage, smile and flip the frame. When she challenges you, smirk, relax your body, lower your voice slightly. Say something like, "You'll have to figure that out for yourself." Stay playful, not defensive. Mocking yourself lightly shows supreme confidence. Of course I'm dangerous. That's half the fun. Lead the interaction forward. Don't explain your innocence. Don't debate. Shift topics like her accusation didn't even register. Anyway, you're avoiding the real question. When are you taking me out? The point is simple. Never let a woman control your emotional tone. Never let her frame dictate your self-image. You are the mountain. She is the weather. Storms will come. Wind will howl. But you remain. Unmoved, unbothered, undeniably grounded. And when she sees you refuse to collapse under pressure, her attraction multiplies. Because strength isn't declared. Strength is demonstrated when someone tries to weaken you and fails. Here's the last invisible trap that separates the real ones from the weak. Number 5. Time control games. How she delays to measure your impatience and self-respect. She says she'll call back. She says she'll text later. She says she's getting ready and will be there soon. And then, silence, delays, excuses, time drags, texts go unanswered, plans get pushed. Most men? They panic, they double text, they call back too soon. They ask, "Are you okay? Or are we still on?" They expose themselves as weak, impatient, reactive. And the woman? She feels it instantly, one whiff of neediness, and the attraction dies. Because the man who can't control his own time and his own emotions sure as hell can't control a relationship. The psychology behind time control. Games. Women test your patience to see if your emotional world depends on their presence. If a man starts to orbit her schedule like a satellite, instead of standing firm in his own frame, she loses respect. Deep down, she's asking, does this man respect his own time more than he craves my attention? Because if he doesn't, if he sacrifices dignity for access, if he shows up panting like a desperate dog after every delay, he becomes forgettable. Not because he's bad, but because he's ordinary. Just another man who put her on a pedestal without her having to earn it. How to pass this test like a king. Never wait emotionally. If she delays, move forward with your own life. If she flakes, adjust your night. If she disappears, your mind should stay locked on mission, not on her absence. No guilt trips, no pressure. Don't text paragraphs. Don't ask why questions. Don't seek explanations. She's an adult. You're an adult. If she respects your time, she stays. If not, you replace her silently, without negotiation. Communicate your standards. Casually, not emotionally. I value my time. If you're free, amazing. If not, all good. Life's moving either way. Say it once, mean it fully, and walk with it. Because when a woman sees you treat your time like royalty, she realizes she's not just getting a man. She's getting access to an empire. And access to empires must be earned, not given away for free. If you stay centered through her time games, she starts respecting your schedule more. She starts valuing every minute she spends with you. She starts chasing your availability instead of you chasing hers. Because you didn't just set a boundary. You embodied the message, I am the prize. I am the opportunity. My life moves whether you join it or not. And that, my brother, is the most intoxicating frame you can ever hold. Lastly, she tests you because she wants to believe you're different. Most men see tests as annoyances, inconveniences, insults. But the men who win, they see tests for what they really are. Opportunities when she throws chaos at you, when she teases you, when she delays, when she challenges your ego. She's not just trying to hurt you, she's hoping, deep down, that you're the one who won't crumble, that you're the one who stays centered, that you're the one who stays playful, that you're the one who respects himself too much to chase her validation. Because if you can stay grounded when she tries to pull you off balance, you prove something that words could never convince her of. I don't just want you, I choose you, but I don't need you. And there is nothing more sexually, emotionally, spiritually attractive to a woman than a man who can desire her deeply, but never depend on her emotionally. The men who pass tests effortlessly, they don't even see them as tests. They see them as natural storms. And they smile walking straight through the rain. That's power. That's gravity. That's masculinity that cannot be faked, only earned. If this video just slapped your brain awake, if you finally understand why attraction isn't about words, but about frame, emotional control, and unshakable standards, then take action now. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. It tells YouTube more men need to wake up and stop bleeding value. Comment below. Support the mission. By supporting this channel, you're helping spread real, life-changing masculine wisdom to men who desperately need it. Your frame, your power, your legacy. Stop playing small. Start moving like the man she didn't even realize she was begging to find. This is Stoic psychology.